Shut up and sit down.
What's the story, internet? Hope everyone is having a wonderful day so far. Here I am again with another review of the Champions League matches for today, Tuesday. So the first one I wanted to go over was Borussia Mönchengladbach versus Shakhtar Donetsk. Now before we go over the score, remember that Shakhtar Donetsk is the team that beat Real Madrid in Madrid, and they were also the team that got a 0-0 draw with Inter Milan. Mönchengladbach decides to go and beat them in their own back garden 6-0, thanks to a player hat-trick. And it's one of those results where on paper I would have said the Mönchengladbach was probably the favourite, but after the last two results, Shakhtar, and who would have thought that they would have beaten them 6-0? I mean, that's crazy. So Shakhtar have a lot to do in the return leg. Not in the return leg, but in the return match, just to try and save face. Because that's a crazy, crazy result right there. Takes Mönchengladbach to the top of the table. Shakhtar are still in second, but they are level on points with Real Madrid. Inter Milan are in a bit of trouble at the minute, especially because they've got to play Real Madrid again. So we'll see how that turns out, but definitely an interesting result for Mönchengladbach. Lokomotiv Moscow won, Atletico Madrid won. Luis Suarez getting yellow carded for trying to spy on the VAR machine over the referee's shoulder. But fair play to Lokomotiv Moscow. I did mention that it was going to be a tough match being played in Russia for Atletico, but at the same time, take nothing away from Lokomotiv Moscow, they got the point. So yeah, fair play to Lokomotiv for that one. Red Bull Salzburg versus Bayern Munich. Red Bull Salzburg did take the lead, but they ended up losing 6-2. Crazy to think that it was 2-2 in the 78th minute, and it ended 6-2. So crazy bit of play there. Salzburg weren't out of the game. I mean, if you look at the shots and the possession, they were in it. It's just that Bayern Munich were more clinical. Touch of class from Lewandowski to commemorate his goals to the Bayern Munich great Gerd Müller, who is not well at the moment, so fair play to him for that. The big one, Real Madrid versus Inter Milan. Real Madrid 3, Inter Milan 2. Terrible mistake from Hakimi trying to back pass to his own goalkeeper, and Benzema just coolly rounds the goalkeeper and slides it into the back of the net like there's no problems. Sergio Ramos with a century of goals, which for a defender is crazy. So well done to him. Inter Milan did fight back to make it 2-2 and made a very interesting last 20 minutes. Even Perisic, he's the man that you can count on in Champions League. Just ask Bayern Munich about that. Young Rodrigo comes off the bench along with Vinicius Jr. They combine and get Real Madrid's winning goal. So fair play to Real Madrid. Inter Milan will be looking for revenge at the San Siro when they play each other next. So Manchester City 3, Olympiacos 0. I think this was the expected result. No disrespect to Olympiacos, but I think it was pretty much expected. Although they did hold on to 1-0 until the 81st minute. So, I mean, Olympiacos played well in that regard, that they didn't let them score, but everything from possession to shots just shows that City deserved to win that one. So, on to the next one, Porto versus Marseille, 3-0 to Porto. Fair play to Porto. Seems like they were outplayed a little bit. Marseille just forgot the shooting boots, left them at home. So, and Porto were just clinical. 6 shots, 4 on target, 3 of them were goals. Can't ask for any more than that. Marseille, 7 shots, 0 on target, so, but with 61% of the possession. So Marseille just couldn't finish their dinner in Portugal. So that's what you get if you're not clinical and you don't put away your chances. Atalanta 0, Liverpool 5. I predicted Atalanta to win this one. I thought that they'd be too powerful. I thought that they'd have too much firepower, but what do I know? So fair play to Liverpool on that one. They did have Alisson back, so I'm sure that played a big part in them winning. But take nothing away from the Diogo Jota hat-trick. My only hope, since I always hope that Liverpool lose, my only hope is the Diogo Jota gets his inform in FIFA, because I have his one-to-watch card. So other than that, you can't really say anything else. I'm sure that Atalanta will want to get revenge at Anfield, but Liverpool playing at home is Liverpool playing at home. So we'll see how that goes when they play each other. And then the final one, Ajax 2, Midtjylland 1. It was very interesting because, as I mentioned last time, Ajax were feeling the strain because they had 11 players that got COVID, but they still managed to do it. They had the possession, didn't have very many shots, but they put them away. From the first minute, scored in the first, scored in the 13th. I haven't seen the highlights, but I heard something interesting that Midtjylland had all of their players on the line behind a free kick and they still got scored on. That's a pretty crazy thing right there, because you've got all of your players on the line in the goal and you still get scored on. So have to watch that highlight just to see what the hell happened there. So that was all of the football for today, all the Champions League matches. So we have Wednesday's matches coming up. This will be going up 8 AM on Wednesday, so the day that you're seeing this will be the next round of matches. So I hope you enjoy it, and I will be back Thursday morning for another review, of Wednesday's matches, and then I will be back on Friday for a preview of the final weekend before the international break. So I hope you were all keeping safe, staying out of trouble. Thank you very much for watching, and ta-ra for now.